What's up, guys? I'm Jedi Madroth, and this is Big Man Fitness. So today's video is going to be about excuses. I have them. Trust me, I'm like the king of excuses. But before we get started, don't forget to reach on down here, ring the bell for notifications. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and let's begin. All right, guys. So excuses. What do I mean by excuses? Well, what I mean, we gotta start being truthful with ourselves. Anyone that's known me, and most people can tell you, I grew up since in my early teens struggling with weight. I've always been a very large guy, much larger than I've ever needed to be. Grew up all through high school as a swimmer during the summer, so I kind of developed this thing like, oh, okay, I can eat what I want, do what I want, and then during the summertime I'll lose some weight and look a little better and feel a little healthier. But in reality, here I am, almost, I'll be 39 in just over a month. Last year, my 30s, woo! And I'm starting to realize how many excuses I really had. Here I am, getting ready to 39. A lot of the excuses I've had throughout my life was I've blown my knees out so many times. Oh, I can't work out because my knees, they just can't handle it. Now, and I'm not trying to downplay like actual injuries. Injuries need to heal. You need to spend time healing injuries. But in reality, years later, after they're healed, you should try to do things. And I did physical therapy on all this. Then about 10 years ago, hurt my arm. About 10 years ago now, hurt my arm. Completely tore the bicep bicep tendon from my elbow. Had surgery to replace that, or kind of screw it back in, get it all fixed up. And I realized that, I did all the physical therapy, and everything they kept telling me was my arm is going to be 30% of what it used to be. It's never going to be as good as it once was. So, when I'm lifting, does it slow down earlier? Absolutely. But I think it's because after all the physical therapy I did, I just kind of laid off and started making excuses again. Oh, my arm's never going to be the same. Why even bother? Just kind of like my knees. Why? I can't run. It's just going to hurt too much. So here I am, except for the ankle issue I got right now. I actually enjoy running. It's one of my favorite things. Something I can do to kind of get in my own head and really just, and by getting my own head, I mean, there's people that tell you stay out of your head, and then what I mean is I get kind of alone time for myself, and I'm able to kind of work out some of the things that are in my head. It's like self-therapy in a way. So I love running, and my knees are handling it quite well. Now, I'm not going to ever run at a pace and a speed of being a top 10 finisher in a 5 or 10K. I'm never going to be an Olympic runner. Doesn't mean I can't enjoy it, still have fun with it. So that's what I mean by excuses. It's time to really be truthful with ourselves. I did a video here recently on reflections. Our bodies reflect everything that we put into it. Well, our mind reflects everything you feed into it. Okay? I've given so many excuses up until recently when I decided to actually try things, and it's actually working out fairly good. I believed them. I'm pretty sure the first year or two, I knew they were excuses, but hey, I was able to hide behind them, and I had no problems. No one gave me too much flack because I found great stories on. I had that knee injury last year. I can't run for wrestling. Oh, you need me to do laps? I can only do a couple when it came to football. So, it kind of felt, it stuck, and it's horrible. Like, thinking back, how much harder if I'd pushed, how much greater things could have been, things would have been, things, fortunately hindsight's 20/20. And don't get me wrong, I've never changed my life. Because of the way my life turned out, I have some of the greatest friends I might not have had if things had gone other ways at different times. So I love everything about my life. I'm just saying, being a person that fed into the excuses to the point where I lived them, I breathed them, I believed everything about them. I'm not saying I was right in doing that either. So why bring up excuses? And again, I don't know why I'm bringing them up now. Well, actually, now's a great time to bring them up. Well, why aren't you working out? Oh, we got this virus going around the world. Gym's closed. You can't work out at home. I prefer to work out alone. I'm a little self-conscious about certain things, which is for a lot of people very hard to be honest about. But if I worked out in front of somebody, I don't want to work out in front of just random people. I'd rather have like a trainer or something there, if that makes sense, just to help with my form, make sure I'm doing things correctly. But I love being alone when I work out. The only thing that scares me is going like really heavy with weights, because again, I am alone. But being alone is not an issue. So that there is an excuse. Well, the gyms are closed. I can't be around people that I work out with. Well, that's not a problem. You can do things at home. Sit-ups, push-ups, squats, body weight squats, jumping jacks. Go for a walk. There's so much that you can do that's not in a gym. You don't need a treadmill to go for a walk. You don't need a treadmill to go for a run. You don't need a stationary bike to go for a bike ride. You can ride a real bike. They got resistance bands, which are great. I do own a few for a type of resistance training. So there's so many options that you can do in even a small space, an apartment. So whether you got a mansion the size of Michael Jordan's, or you got a tiny one-bedroom, what do they call those? One bedroom where everything's together. The bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, it's all one thing. There's always options, and that's the key, is using your options to your advantage. Don't make excuses. Don't do what I did and live behind and find those excuses and find a way to believe in them so much that you stop trying, you stop caring in a way. Again, I grew up doing this, and honestly, I was living these I don't want to call them lies, but in a way they are. An excuse is a lie. You may be in pain on days. I'm not saying, push through the pain. You got this. And I'm saying all this. I'm not saying be honest with me. I'm not asking for you to send me emails and leave me comments and tell me why you aren't honest with yourself and why you aren't doing this, that, or the other. You don't have to be honest with me. You don't have to be honest with the public. You don't have to open up about all the excuses you made to anyone else besides yourself. Be honest with yourself, and things become clearer. They become better. You realize all the, I won't say issues, but the potential issues you kind of that you could cause yourself from just not, I don't know, not being honest. Stand up for yourself. A lot of us are willing to stand up for others, but when it comes to ourselves, we don't stand up for ourselves to ourselves. And it's time to do that. I feel it's time to stop hiding behind the little excuses and really stand up for yourself. Stand up for everything you want to be, everything you want to happen, because you want it to happen. Don't do it because other people want you to do it. Don't do it because maybe deep down inside you feel, oh man, I've just been horrible, and well, this person says I should do this, so let me do that. And I don't mean horrible towards that person. I mean like, oh, I've been horrible to myself. Well, you know, this person says if I do this, I'll be happy. No, you gotta find what makes you happy. I'm really finding a path that makes me happy. And I don't mean happy as in for the next 5 minutes I'm gonna be smiling and laughing, and I mean happy, true happiness, living happy. I apologize for the noise, but I'm one of the few people in the world that uses a blinker, especially in the Metro DC area. It's amazing how you can switch lanes with ease, and people will actually let you in if you use one. Amazing device. I wish they'd put them on all cars. Anyways, find what works for you. Even if you are only honest about 1 out of 100 excuses, start somewhere. Don't wait for tomorrow. Do it today. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself the exact same excuse. I want to say it was C.T. Fletcher. At least that's who I heard it from. This saying probably been around a million years. It's your story. You tell it how you want. That's how excuses are. It's your story. It's your lie. Tell you how you want. So, in conclusion, be honest with yourself if you want to be happy. I don't know if you could ever truly find complete happiness without honesty, especially to yourself. Alright guys, don't forget to reach on down, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications so you get notified anytime I put out great new content, which generally is on Sundays. You can find me on Facebook, Jedediah Raymond Abendroth. You can also find me on Twitter, JedFDK, on Instagram as JedFDK, and BMF Frederick is the Facebook page I put together for this channel. So if you guys want, find me on there, please do. You can send me an email at bmfjed@gmail.com if you don't feel comfortable sending me or leaving a comment down below. I'll be happy to read anything you guys send to me and respond in kind. So you guys have a great day, and I will see you next week. Peace.